Good morning. This is our project that we have to do. My name is Swanda, and the people that I'm working with are.
And this is our video about Luke 6. This is after we read it. We all have some questions that we all researched. And to start us off, our first question is for writer. And the question is the biblical ground on loving our enemies.
Jesus started that love for his enemies is. I said the whole thing back. Okay. Jesus demonstrated love for his enemies even though they mistreated him. He teaches us that we need to love everybody no matter what, and this is commonly called in the Old Testament, like Exodus and Proverbs, to help us understand it.
Okay, that's a pretty good look on that question. I agree with your research. As I could see, you put your source there, right?
Yeah, it's in Exodus and Proverbs. Anyways, okay, Alan. How does choose his apostles?
Jesus chose his 12 disciples intentionally after spending time in prayer.
Got me, gang?
Got it.
Thanks, Coach.
No, wait, hold on. Also, you're just gonna cut out all the parts that we're talking. We'll pause before, and then we'll say something, and then you just cut out everything.
It would be pretty funny if you just had it at all.
No.
Anyway.
And you said disciples, and I said apostles. So let's redo that little part really.
It's technically the same exact thing.
They're
disciples at the moment, but he called them apostles in Luke 6.
Okay, then that's fine. Okay, ask question below yours. So it would be for Miss Swanda over here.
Originally established by God.
No.
Your laptop
You have to
just
ask
died?
the question, the third question, or it was like and then ask it to Swanda. Say, Swanda, I have a question. Like your questions.
Was the Beatitudes made for someone?
My boy, you gotta say, Swanda, I have a question for you, and then, pause before.
I'm
So
keeping
hold
this in.
Oh, I thought we restarted.
No, we're
just
still
keep on
going.
going. We'll edit it out.
Swanda, I have a question for you. Was the Beatitudes made for someone or just in general?
The Beatitudes was actually made for everybody and not just specific for one person. God made the Beatitudes for us so we could learn how we are supposed to treat people and how we are supposed to be treated.
You also did a cross-reference as well, right?
I did, actually. The cross-reference to David that is in Luke 6 is to show that humans' needs are sometimes more important than strict rules. In the passage, David and his men ate the holy bread when they were hungry, even though the bread was only meant for the priest. This cross-reference helps explain that compassion and mercy matters more than rules and legislation. And also,
I have a question for you. Why was Jesus always preaching in mountains?
There's actually many reasons.
Not for sure, gang.
There's actually many reasons. But the real question is, why not on a beach or a plain? After all, before his sermon, Jesus was near the Sea of Galilee, walking along the shore, calling his disciples. So why did he go all the way up to the mountain? Well, it talks a lot about this in Matthew, where he likes to go up to a spot that is directly connected with Jesus, so he can have a deeper connection with him in a spot that makes him really feel his presence.
Okay, that's all the questions.
Bye, guys.
This is a good one. Bye.
Okay, you have to ask a question for the one with the little curly Q and the check mark.
That's mine.
Curly Q
You mean that's a K?
The fourth one. It's a K with a check mark.
Keidrian, I have a question for you.
What?
Why is Jesus always preaching in the mountains?
Oh, that's not my question. That is for Alan.
It's for me.
Then why was Jesus why was working on the Sabbath even a law?
Allah?
It literally says, why does God ask to use forgiveness? How does ask us to use forgiveness? What? Why does
the question
God
is, why did God ask us to
to
forgive our enemies, but we all hate Satan?
Okay, let me restart.
You gotta say that.
Okay.
What?
Keidrian,
Yeah.
Why does God ask people to why does God ask us to use forgiveness for our enemies but tell us to use hate to the devil?
The reason why he asked us to forgive our enemies and all other people is because we are all children and brothers of Christ, stated in Genesis. Like, I don't have the verse on my mind, but I know it's stated in Genesis. The same people that he created, that he loved so much that he died on the cross for us, and stated in John 3:16. So, the reason is he wants us to forgive our enemies is because we all are children of God, and to hate the devil because he is Satan and he's bad, not good guy.
Okay, we're done.
We have another question for Ryder, I'm pretty sure. Why was working on the Sabbath even illegal, Alan?
The Sabbath law was originally established by God in the Old Testament to provide rest and a time for spiritual connection.
Okay. The last question is for Ryder.
Read the last question. Just say like my name and the same thing you did for Swanda.